Have you ever wondered how hard will it be to live a day without your cell phone? Will it be hard or will it be easy? Or will it be the same? My name is Alina Ishtiaq and I'm here to hopefully persuade you about the addiction of cell phone and students should not be allowed cell phones in school. School is a place where students go to learn, make friends and make their future goals. School is a place that set them for their future. School is a place to feel secure and treat each other respectfully. Students should not be allowed to bring their cell phones to school. I have researched a lot on the use of cell phones in school and how they can be a distraction. In my research, I have found out that there's a cell phone addiction among teenagers and adults. According to the USA Today, cell phones have a negative effect on students because it can promote bullying, teenager anxiety, and depression. I have had a neighbor who was a target of cell phone addiction, and believe it, it can destroy you and you would not even know, just like a drug. My neighbor's addiction was strong because as a teenager his time with cell phone was never restricted, and that caused him to lose someone he loved. First, students should not be allowed cell phone in school because of a distraction to education. Next, cell phone can lead to cyberbullying, which can affect an individual's mental health. Third, cell phones can be a big distraction for students, drivers when they're going back to school or coming back home from school. Finally, not being able to have cell phone in school will help teaching teenagers the importance of being able to feel connected without their cell phone. Cell phones are a major distraction in our lives, whether it is at work or at school. In the world of technology these days, teenagers are addicted to their cell phones. According to Common Sense Media.org website, one of every two teenagers feel addicted to their cell phone. When someone is addicted to something, it becomes hard for them to get rid of that. It starts to become a big problem. For example, according to a study of comparison of the cell phone driver and a drunk driver showed that a driver that is drunk and a driver that is using their cell phone while driving has the same chance of getting in an accident as the drunk driver. If the school allows students to have their cell phones in school, then according to the Addiction Tips website, students will get distracted during school by notifications, messages, and calls. Students can have poor grades if they do not give their full attention in class. Cell phones makes it harder to focus on lessons. Cell phones can affect a person's social life because they are always on their phone. If students don't get boundaries on cell phones at a younger age, then it can become a problem when they get older because eventually they will develop an addiction to cell phones and they won't be prepared for the future. According to the Profiles in Driver Distraction Effect of Cell Phones Conversation on Younger and Older Driver, even if you're using a hand-free cell phone, it has the same risk. I have researched about school and behavior, and some schools have already made plans to ban cell phone in school. Cell phone addiction is not easy to get rid of because it is already developed in our minds. The plan is not to ban cell phone in people's lives, but it is to be able to know how to create a balance, in priorities. School is a great place that gets us ready for college and adult life, and what we learn in school stays in our brain. Schools should not allow students to bring cell phones to school because it will help them realize what time is for learning and what time is for playing. Students' grades will improve because they will be focused on the lessons and will be able to connect with other students. The plan is not easy, but students will adapt to this rule as they had to other rules in the school. The plan will work because students will have cell phones in their lives, but the thing is that will it change their priorities. School is a great place to help students be aware of how cell phones can become an addiction, and that can prepare them, students, for adulthood. In school, students have to follow rules that they have never had to, but they still do it because they know there are consequences and is required. And if every school will not allow cell phone in school, then it will become a rule and it will be followed. Overall, imagine a future where students will not take their cell phones to school and realize their priorities and become responsible adults. One day, almost everyone becomes a parent. And when babies are born, parents say that their kids will grow up, become responsible adults, but the path from childhood to adulthood plays a big role in how responsible a person gets in life. Every parent wants to see their kid succeed in life in every way. The students will not like the rule in the beginning, but they will realize later in life that it had helped them a lot. Teenagers will not be happy in the beginning, but as time will go by, they will learn to adapt. To help students and other people not to be addicted to their cell phones, please start with your kid or yourself and ask yourself, am I happy? Do I know my priorities? And try to cut time from your cell phone use. In conclusion, today I have informed you about cell phone addiction and how cell phone can be a distraction in school. Addiction to addiction to something can turn into a big problem and is hard to get rid of. The addiction. Cell phone addiction can lower a person's ability to realize when is the right time to use cell phone and when is not the right time to use them. Knowing your priorities and helping each other realize how addictive a cell phone can be and what it can cost you will help you in managing your time. Stay positive and follow your dreams.